Welcome to Challenge to Change. This is my daughter Tatum, and I am Miss Rachel. We are really excited to be here today to share something really fun and special with you today. So we aren't doing a yoga lesson, as you can tell. We are getting crafty. So in order to do this project, you are going to need some very important things. The first thing that you need is a nice water bottle that has a flat top, so you can flip it over on both sides, okay? We usually use these Voss water bottles, and they work really, really well. Well, Tatum and I arrived today, and we didn't have any at the studio, so we had to run to the store, and instead we found these Core water bottles, and they work really, really nice. They've got a nice flat top, and they've got a really cool shape to them. So I'm excited to make our special thing today with these water bottles. You will also need some liquid dish soap. You will only need a drop of this, and then you'll need about a couple tablespoons of liquid glycerine. This is a vegetable glycerine. I don't know if it really matters if this is organic or not, but this is the one that we use at the studio. It's by Now Solutions. You can find it on Amazon. The last ingredient for what we are making today is, do you want to share, Tatum? Glitter. And if you are like me, you love sparkly things, and hopefully you've got some glitter on hand. But if you don't, it's pretty easy to come by. You can get big glitter. You can get super fine glitter. It's nice to have a variety. And we also have these little pieces of sequins in different shapes, and those are our little special items. So all of these things are going to help us create something that at our studio we call Moody Cow Jars. You might also call them a calming jar. So Tatum and I are going to show you how it's done. So you're going to start with your water bottle. Now we've taken the label off of our water bottle, but you might, if you use a Voss water bottle, you might want to start with your label on, because I've got some instructions that may help you. So open it up. Now we need to drink a little bit of this water because we need to make some space. Now not so much, and Miss Molly's instructions, if you have the Voss water bottle, her instructions are to drink halfway down to the letter S, so there'll be an S at the top of the label, and you'll want to drink halfway down to that. We don't have that on these bottles, so we're just going to drink a little bit. Are you ready? I think I need a little more. Tatum had more water in hers to start with. Oh, we're about the same. What do you think? One more little sip? Okay. Okay, so we're going to place those in front so you can see. Okay? So there's mine, there's Tatum's. The first thing that we're going to do is add some of our liquid glycerin. And this is going to help keep everything floating around. I'm going to fill it. If I had my S on my Voss bottle, I would want to fill it until I get, I think, halfway up, just below the top of the S if I had a Voss bottle. So if you're using a Voss bottle, that might be a good guide. And I'm going to give it to Tatum so she can do the same. So I probably put a couple tablespoons worth of glycerin inside my bottle. Using the Core bottle, I filled it to the bottom of the little ledge there, maybe a little bit more. And this slows down the floating of your sparkles. Okay, so now we are going to add 1 drop of our liquid dish soap, and that keeps your glitter from sticking together. Okay, 1 drop. Now the soap will also make your calming jar bubble up. So you don't want to shake it like this too much, because then it'll fill with a bunch of bubbles, and you shouldn't have to. You should just be able to gently tip it one side to the next to get the glitter all moving. Now this is the fun part. It's also the messy part. So make sure that you have a good space that maybe mom or dad don't mind being covered with glitter, because it probably will be. We are going to pick out glitter that helps us to feel calm. So if you think about your feelings and you think about colors that might relate to those feelings that make you feel really good, what colors would you choose? What would you choose, Tatum?
I would probably choose like red.
Red. And what does red make you feel like? How does that make you feel?
Like filled with love.
Filled with love. So Tatum is associating red for her with love, something that makes her feel good. And I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be something that makes you feel calm, just something that makes you feel good. So Tatum, go ahead and pick out the colors that you want, and we're going to add some glitter to our bottles. For me, I love things that look like the ocean. I love the colors blue and turquoise and green. So I'm going to pick some of those because for me, the ocean makes me happy and it makes me feel calm. So those are the colors I'm going to pick. And we've got some more glitter in this bucket over here that has some bigger pieces of glitter, bigger chunks. And you can use a little, you can use a lot, but just do a little bit at a time, because as you mix your glitters together in different colors, kind of like when we're mixing paint, it'll make a color all together as they mix. And it's nice to have different shapes and textures in there if you can. And I'm over Tatum. I'm looking to see if I can find, oh, here's some big green glitter. So I'm going to add some big green glitter to mine too. Green for me is a color for love. So I like having that in there. And I'm just going to give it a little swirl and see how it looks. Oh, I think I could put a lot more glitter in mine. How are you doing? Ooh, that looks pretty. Oh, ours are going to look so different. Maybe I'm going to add a little purple to mine. Green and purple and blue look really nice together, I think. And purple for me is a happy color. And then maybe some white for me is a color that just makes you feel fresh. Okay. I'm just going to give it a little swirl. Okay. How's it going? That looks really pretty. Oh, they look so different. Okay. You feel good about yours? Yeah. Okay, so now if you have some bigger little sequins, I'm going to come up a little closer to the camera so you can see what I've got here. And Tatum's going to start looking through. So we have some little special treasures here, some different shapes. We've got some flowers, some stars, some snowflakes. There's some big butterflies. So we've got a lot of different things in our little sequined container. And maybe pick out a couple things that you want to put in your calming jar, maybe that represent people in your life that make you feel good, maybe that represent a dream or a wish that you have, maybe represent a special place for you that you like to think about that makes you happy. So with each of the special little treasures you put inside, maybe have a special thought or a special connection for what that means for you. And I think I'm going to put one big butterfly in mine. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to close them up. Okay, got it? Okay, and then we are going to carefully tip them over. And do that a couple times just to allow everything to mix together so all that glycerin works its way through. Okay, and then let's just set them here for a moment to just relax. And that's how you make your Moody Cow Jars. If you are worried about them coming open, you can make sure that the top is nice and dry while it is open. And you can add a little bit of E6000, maybe a little bit of super glue. You just want to make sure everything's nice and dry before you add that. And then screw your top on. Okay. If you are using a Voss container, make sure you don't tighten it too much because it will cause the lid to break if you aren't careful. Just snug enough to make sure it's nice and secure. I think these ones might be a little bit more forgiving. So that is our Moody Cow jar, and we will come back and let you know how you can use it. Okay, so we have our Moody Cow jars, our calming jars, and I have my friend Nash here, and I have my daughter Tatum here. We're going to show you how you can use these. Now, my favorite way to use a calming jar is on my belly. So we're going to get on our bellies. And make sure that you have your calming jar right in front of you. You might like to do this with some music on, or maybe you just want to listen to the sounds around you. But what we're going to do is take our Moody Cow jars and flip them upside down. And we are just going to sit and watch as all of the sparkles fall all the way down until they stop moving. So you can do that with your head on your hands. Maybe you want to sit like this. Maybe you want to have your head to the side. Whatever feels comfortable for you. And I'm going to sit like this just because I'm worried you might not hear me. And as you are here, I want you to see if you can breathe into your belly. So breathing in through your nose. Feel your belly get really big. And then exhale. And feel your body just settle into the ground, just like all those sparkles in your Moody Cow jar as you're watching those sparkles. Feeling your body calm down. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Feeling your belly get nice and big. And as you exhale, letting your belly settle. If your sparkles have all fallen to the bottom, you can just take your jar and flip it over. And maybe see if you can find one sparkle that you can follow. See how long you can keep your eyes on that one little sparkle. See how the water's moving inside. As you're breathing in, your belly getting big. Breathing out, your belly flattening into the floor. Watching everything settle as your body settles at the same time. Taking one more deep breath in through your nose. Making that belly big. Breathing out. And maybe just rest here until everything inside of your Moody Cow jar is nice and still. Thank you for your help, Tatum. Thank you for joining us, Nash. I hope you have a wonderful day.